Hello everyone, welcome to How Fix It. In this video I'm gonna show you how to disassemble Asus ROG GL703, clean it from dust and replace thermal paste. To disassemble Asus ROG GL703 you will need next tools: Phillips 1 screwdriver, plastic tool, tweezers, anti-static brush, thermal graze. In the description I left links where to buy all necessary tools. Also, I recommend using magnetic mat in repair process and laying out each screws step by step during disassembly, which is especially useful in case of Asus ROG GL703. This laptop has a lot of screws and it is very important not to lose them during disassembly. Turn the laptop over and remove screw on the bottom cover. Remove 4 screws on the hard drive. Lift up the hard drive and slightly turn off the cable. Remove all remaining screws on the bottom cover. Next, take a plastic tool and begin to open the case of laptop. I recommend using a plastic tool so as not to damage the laptop case when you open it. Disconnect the battery cable from the motherboard. Disconnect the fan cables from the motherboard. Next, remove all screws on the fans. At this step, you can clean the fan from dust. Now remove all dust from the radiator. To clean the motherboard from dust, use only anti-static brush. Remove all screws on the cooling system. Pay attention to the order of removing screws. I recommend unscrewing in the indicated order. Now you can remove cooling system by lifting up from the motherboard. Remove the old thermal paste from the surface of CPU and GPU, as well as from the radiator. If thermal grease is very dry and doesn't rub well, you can use isopropyl alcohol. How to apply thermal grease. Apply a small amount of thermal grease to CPU, then take a plastic tool and spread it evenly over the entire surface of the chip. If you still don't know which thermal grease to choose, in the description I'll add link to a video where I test different thermal greases and choose the best one for the laptop. If the thermal grease on the video chip is in elastic state, then there is no need to replacement. Just collect the paste closer to the center and under pressure that is will evenly distribute it over the surface of the components. And now you can install the cooling system and tighten all screws. Please note how I tighten screws on the radiator. If your laptop is still overheating after cleaning and replacing the thermal grease, I recommend watching a video about cooling pad for a laptop or how to undervolting CPU and GPU to reduce heat and increase laptop performance. All links you can find in the description. If your laptop is still overheating after cleaning and replacing the thermal grease, I recommend watching a video about cooling pad for a laptop or how to undervolting CPU and GPU to reduce heat and increase laptop performance. All links you can find in the description. Well, that's all. You are on How I Fix It, and see you guys next time.